As a slow up, you know I take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. You wanna play tough, you wanna hate this. I'll go show up. As a slow up, you know I take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. As a slow up, you know I take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. You wanna play tough, you wanna hate this. I'll go show up. As a slow up, you know I take shit. I got no love for the fakeness.
Wow. What's happening? What's happening? We live today. Hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. I feel like it was a little off. Let's hit it again. Wow! What's down? Okay, so welcome in. Hello, hello, hello. How we doing? How we doing? Had to get my energy up there. I feel like it's up now. It's up, and I hope it stays stuck. How y'all doing today? How you living? How your mom and them? How them children doing? You know, how your cousin, how your auntie, how your little Darnell doing? How everybody, how everybody doing today? You know, I'm doing well. However, serious face. I wish I had my glasses. Hold up. Let's get serious. Let's get serious. Because it's unserious. It's unserious until the lips wet. Until the lips giving glistening. Until the lips are giving glistening, nobody should be listening. Or I feel like when the lips are glistening, that's when people are listening. That's better. When the lips are glistening, that's when people are listening. Okay, so seriousness, serious face, serious vibes, serious voice, serious tone of voice. Lower the tone. We have some things to discuss. Okay, we have a lot of things. We have a lot of things on the docket to discuss. What are we discussing today? We are clearing the air because it's air that needs to be cleared. It's been stale. It's been stuffy. It's been a little toxic. It's been a little toxic lately. And you know what? Can anybody breathe in toxic fumes? Absolutely not. Nobody can breathe in toxic fumes. And if you can, you know what? You probably shouldn't. You just probably shouldn't. You just cut it up. Just knock it off. Just knock it off. Okay. So what are we clearing up? A lot of things. A lot of things need to be cleared. What needs to be cleared? A lot of things. Jay, when are you gonna say more things? When are you gonna say more things and stop saying a lot of things? Oh, let me think about it. When I feel like it, and right now I feel like it. Okay, so I get feedback. Jay, where do you get feedback from? I get feedback from Discord. I get feedback from Instagram. I get feedback from my. So I heard you whispering, or I saw you whispering. Dang, because when people whisper you, it's a typed out whisper. It's a typed out whisper. So I saw you whisper. I read your whisper. I saw your Discord messages. I saw no YouTube. No, not YouTube yet. Not YouTube yet. But I saw your Instagram comments. You know who I'm talking to. You know who I'm talking to. But I feel like I have to address it all and clear out the fresh air. Because if one person thought it, somebody else had to think it, and it was more than one person that thought it. Okay, now what what are we clearing the air about? Let me say this. I have said this time and time again. I feel like I should just clip myself so y'all could see it on repeat and listen to it on repeat, okay? I've said this time and time again. Let's normalize complimenting people, okay? Let's normalize complimenting people. Let's normalize encouraging people. Let's normalize motivating people. If you see some fine shit, You're like, damn, oh, that's some fine shit. If you see, and that could be male or female. If you see one of God's creations just looking real heavenly, real blessed, real blessed, looking like looking like the gates of heaven just let them out. People, there's this like old what is it? Like a pickup line where some people think that it's creepy, and it could come off creepy and cheesy, but there's this old pickup line where it's like, oh my goodness, the gates of heaven had to open up and let you out. Or some people might say it looked like you just stepped out of the gates of heaven. Let me tell you something. I used to think that that was a cheesy line just because it was associated with cheesiness. However, I have seen some of God's creations, baby. Whew. And let me tell you something. Sometimes I look at one of God's bountiful creations and I think about that cheesy line and I'm just like, oh my goodness. I want to say it out loud and I want to be like, you know what? I didn't think this line was cheesy until I saw you. It looked like the heaven gates opened up when they made you. And I'm not lying. That's not cap. I'm telling the truth. I'm really telling the truth. You want to know why? Because I be telling the truth. We keep it authentic over here, okay? So now let's go back. Let's go back because we pivoted. We pivoted and went to a place because I was honestly thinking about. I was honestly thinking about some fine stuff I see. But anyways, intrusive thoughts out of here. Get out of here, intrusive thoughts. Go away. Move on. So anyways, you can acknowledge somebody's handsomeness, somebody's beautifulness, the way a dress could be hugging somebody's body. You can acknowledge these things, and that doesn't mean that you trying to get frisky with this person. That doesn't mean that you trying to be all on somebody. Man, she all up on my top. She commenting on my pictures. Because in my mind, that's how this sounds. She commenting on all my pictures. She look at my pictures. She know I'm fresh. Listen. Yes, you are fresh. That's why I'm commenting because you are fresh. You are fly. Do I want to get frisky with you? No, 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 no. Do I want to get to know you? Maybe. I like having fine things around me. I like being surrounded by fine things just so I could just admire and just pour into the fineness and just be like, it's like, wow, you are a muse. You are a muse and you are amusing me today. Just the way you looking is just amazing. I'm in love, and you could just have love for that person. You ain't got, like I said, you ain't gotta be trying to get with that person or be with that person. No, let's stop that. Let's stop that. Let's normalize admiring God's creations. Okay, let's normalize not being thirsty or associating thirstiness for just admiring people. Like, come on. Everything is not a come on. Sometimes sometimes somebody might just look good in that suit. You look really good in that suit. That don't mean you want to take them out of that suit. Okay? They might just really look good in that suit. Okay? So that's first and foremost. We are normalizing, we are normalizing compliment culture. Okay? That is what we're going to call it. Let's normalize compliment culture and disassociate it with thirstiness, with creepiness, with all of the things. Okay, moving on. Moving on from that. Because that's the first thing. That's the first thing we had to clear the air about. That's gone. Now that's gone. We didn't clear it out. We didn't release that. We didn't let it go. We didn't let it go. Okay? It's gone. Anybody see it? I don't see it. I don't see it. Okay, so now that that's addressed, let's move on to the other thing. I don't know how people see my comments or my commentary. However, when you put a comment on a social media platform or you put a comment somewhere, somebody's going to see it. Okay? Somebody's going to see it. Now, mind you, what is it? Okay, let me say this. Mind you, I like to comment on things, okay? It's just my nature. I have comments, I have opinions. You know what? Opinions, I learned this from somebody. Opinions are like assholes. Everybody has one, okay? So I take my opinion and I place it on things. Now, this is what I'm getting back. You commenting on stuff to be seen. I'm not commenting on stuff to be seen. I have comments that I want to say and I put it down, and if it gets seen, it gets seen. Now, why are you noticing my comments? Let's get to that. Let's get to that. Because obviously my comment was meant to be seen if you've seen it. Am I commenting to be seen? No. Let's go back to that. No. I'm commenting just because I like to make comments. That's just me. Okay? People always commenting on stuff. So my thing is, why are you looking at my comments, then coming back? She always commenting on something. You always commenting on something. Why are you always spotting my comments? Sherlock Holmes? Like, come on. Come on. It gets to a point. It gets to a point. I'm not doing it to be seen. I'm just having fun. You want to know why? Because we have the opportunity to lay something down while we view something. Okay? All of this is new. It's not new right now, but I come from an era, okay, originally where there was no internet. Okay? And when we did have internet, you know what era I used to be in? The chat rooms. You know what you do in a chat room? You make comments. Like when you be when I used to be in Yahoo chat rooms, making comments, talking to people. So now I get to do that on social media platforms, on other social media platforms. So this is just my nature elevating and keeping up with the times. Okay? Just like you're keeping up with my comments, I'm keeping up with the times. I can't help it, Sherlock, if you see the comments that I put down. Scooby Doo, if you investigating my comments out. Okay? Okay? So there's that. There's that. Now that was the two things, two for two, two for two. Okay, that that was the two things, the two main things that I needed to discuss. Oh, before I forget, y'all, I'm so sorry. Y'all, I'm so sorry. Okay, so my other followers, my other people who keep up with me. Okay, my other viewers, my other connectees. Y'all be getting tired of me always shouting out the feds. However, we're all the feds, okay? We like to people watch, we like to people observe. That is why we go by the feds, okay? Here's another thing. Let's put a pin in this too. Because somebody said, "Oh, she copping off a Moneybag Yo talking about the feds." I don't know why Moneybag Yo calls his situation the feds. However, for me, it's about people watching. Okay? You know, the feds be lurking, they be watching, they be gaining intel, they always viewing something, investigating something. That's my nature by general. Okay? So myself and also people that follow me, people that view me, people that connect me, we're the feds. We're the feds, okay? I didn't get that from somebody. I didn't take that from somebody. It came from my mental. Just like it came from his mental, it came from my mental. Okay? So my people still are feds. I said all that to say. I have other classifications of viewers that like to be shouted out. The vets. I know that y'all be watching me. I know. I know that we connect. Y'all want to get shouted out. However, vets, you still fall under the classification as the feds. You just have You just have your own category. Who else do we have? Because from the vets, that spewed off the peppermint patties. Who are the peppermint patties? They are coupled with the vets. So there are couples that watch me, that come back, they ask questions, in Discord, in Instagram, wherever it is that they want to message me at, because it started with the peppermint patties wondering why the vets was watching me. Okay? But I try to make things or entertain everybody. Okay? Everybody. All right? I felt like I was channeling a little finesse two times, but it didn't work, huh? It didn't land. That's just for him. That's just his motion. Anyways, so the vets are usually coupled with the peppermint patties. Who are the peppermint patties? The housewives that like to clean up, that like things neat and tidy, that like to take care of their man and do things with their man. Okay, so that is how we ended up with the peppermint patties. We also, because the truckers get mad. The truckers get mad. On my journey of being on the road, I always meet truckers. I don't know. I don't know what it is. You know what? I'll say this. I have yet to meet a female trucker. What a female truckers at? What a female truckers at? Female truckers, come holler at me. Come holler at me. Cause it's not, there are female truckers in the trucking industry. However, I haven't ran into them. I've ran into a lot of truckers. Shout out to the truckers. Okay? Because y'all be wanting to be shouted out. Truckers. You also fall under the feds. Okay? I need y'all to understand this thing. There's also this group does not get a lot of shy, okay? Because I didn't know what to classify this group as. But if you know, you know. So if you know about the crackers, and I mean like a cracker pack, okay? Because I know that could take a different connotation for me as a black woman saying cracker. However, or classifying someone as a cracker. Okay, that's not where we're going with this. I am talking about like edible crackers that you eat. One day we will discuss as to why there is a group of people that like to be classified under the edible crackers as viewers. Okay? One day we'll get to that. However, today is not the day for that. I'm not in the mood for that. I shouted y'all out. I started not to shout y'all out because I'm still trying to investigate what to even call y'all. And y'all keep on saying just call us the crackers. And I keep on saying I don't want to do that. Okay? I don't want to do that. So y'all need to come up with your own name if y'all want to be shouted out. Now somebody said the edible crackers. The edible crackers is very confusing. It's very confusing, and I don't want to have to keep explaining that. Okay? But I feel like every time I say it, I'm going to have to keep explaining it. So you know what? I'm going to leave that up to y'all. I'm going to leave that up to y'all. You know who you are, Discorders. You know who you are. Now y'all want a name and to be classified. Y'all right now y'all just going under the feds. Everybody goes under the feds, okay? So I had to clear that up because people were like, "You always shine out the feds." We're all the feds, okay? We're all in unison, the feds. Now, moving along from that, is that everything? No, that's not everything. That's not everything. The next thing, the next thing we have to clear the air about, because somebody trolled me about me only eating kosher snacks. Kosher snacks are poo snacks. First of all, no, they're not, because a lot of the snacks that you be busting down, you don't even realize it's kosher. Kosher snacks is only nuts. It's only nuts. Who said that? Nuts and water. Why did you say that? And why didn't you look that up before you even came and approached me with that information? Because I'm pretty sure when I saw you, I'm pretty sure you could bust down an Oreo sandwich cookie, and that's a good kosher snack, baby. That's a kosher snack. Okay? So I'm gonna need y'all, and I'm not about to go down the list of what's kosher snacks and what's not kosher snacks and all of these things. You go look that up. But I guarantee you, if you go to your pantry or you go to your refrigerator and you flip around the back, sometimes it's on the front. Sometimes it's on the front, just right there, smack dab in your face. You see a little K. Sometimes they get fancy. It's a K with a diamond. It's a K with a square. Um, Sometimes it says kosher. A lot of times it's the certified kosher symbol. That's the U. It's the U, or it's the U with a circle. Okay? So I guarantee you, if you go walk to your refrigerator or you go walk to your pantry, you look at that, you be like, dang, I ain't even know that was kosher. And now you know. The more you know. Okay? I'm here to teach y'all things. We here to learn together. We here to observe. We here to just I don't know. We here to just do whatever. Okay? We here to just cause I'm tired of that's another thing. You know, y'all like me to explain things, but then y'all come and say she be explaining too much. But then when I don't explain enough, then it's like, why didn't you say more things about that? You're always talking about say more things. Say more things about that. Okay, so here's the thing. Y'all not about to dictate when I explain and when I don't explain. And sometimes I feel like explaining and sometimes I don't. And y'all just gonna have to be stressed and pressed at times when I don't explain things. Okay, and that's okay. That's okay because it might get to a point where I actually say more things about it, but you gotta pay attention. You gotta pay attention and you gotta keep it on your mental. Okay? It's gonna trigger like, oh yeah, she did say that about that. That was a long time ago. Okay, but you're focused and you're locked in. Okay, but a lot of times, 9 times out of 10, the explanations they going out the window. Okay, so I feel like that was pretty much, was that everything? I didn't write. I say we had a lot of things on the docket. However, I did not write a lot of things down on the docket. I didn't even create a docket. I should have created a docket. However, when it's meant for something to be said, something is going to be said, and something is going to be said when it's meant to be said. Okay, yeah, there's that. Let that resonate. All right. So, as far as the docket is closed. The docket is closed. So now we should be breathing in fresh air and we should be viewing from a new insight and a new perspective. Okay? Now, now that that is settled, I want to listen to some music. All right, y'all. Come on now. What do I want to listen to? This is my favorite. This is my favorite song right now. And so we're gonna listen to my favorite song right now. And then we're probably just gonna end. Because this was mainly just to clear the air, just to reset, you know? Get a breather. And so now when we come through and view, we're going to come through and view from a new perspective. Just new eyes. It's just like we just had LASIK. We just had virtual LASIK. Okay? So let's use that. And now we're gonna listen to my favorite song right now. Okay? Okay. Wait. Do we have sound? Yeah. Oh wait, hold up. Oh wait, hold up. I do have one more thing to say. I do have one more thing to say. Shout out to my cool shirt. You like my shirt? It's from Black and Nerdy. I copped this. I copped this at DreamCon. They had like a lot of cool merch to gain. And so look at my distress. Well, it's not really distress, but it's a bleach graphic. Um from Black and Nerdy, and it's cute. It's cute, right? It's real cute. It's real cute. Yeah, we like it. We like it. I like it. I don't know. I don't care if y'all like it or not, but I like it. Okay, let's get back to the song. On the highway and I'm thinking that I love her. On the highway when I'm thinking that he love her. On the highway with my significant other. Come on now. Oh, there we go. On the highway. On the highway with my significant lover. It go, it go, it go, it go. Half all day, like dumber. My favorite outfit is a see-through rubber. It's a see-through rubber. Ooh, ooh. It's a video. I ain't never seen the video. It goes on a highway. You love her. It goes. It goes. My favorite outfit, they like dumber and dumber. My favorite outfit is rubber. All right, y'all know, y'all don't know, y'all don't know, but that is my jam right now. Oh, y'all do know, y'all know that my favorite song before that was "Say It" by Ty Dolla. So now in that group, that's still one of my favorite songs. Okay, you can't just maybe I shouldn't say favorite because you can't just have like one favorite thing, but you're supposed to have like one favorite thing, and also I can't just have like one favorite thing. Like that's just not me. But anyways, so now Don Tolliver, E85, and my jam. That's my jam. Okay, that's my jam. No biscuit. Also, say it. Y'all know, like it just every time I hear that song, every time I hear that song, it does something to me. I don't know why. I just be wanting to rock out. It's just it's a fire song. Speaking of songs, let's also discuss this. Let's also discuss this. I was prompted. Y'all know I'm not a rapper. I'm not a rapper. I don't make music. Okay, that's not what I do. But after being on stream, and I clipped my could have been in streamer you. I clipped that my rap and I put it up there and somebody prompted me and was like, bet you can't put a song out. And I was like, dang, I'm pressured. I'm pressured and I'm also challenged. So I put a song out. Was it the greatest song? No. No, it was just something to put. It was just something to put out, and it also stemmed from a joke. So it was a joke, but it was fun to make. So now I am working. I am working on. We'll discuss this, and then we'll move forward. I am working on another song. Y'all bear with me. I'm not a producer. I'm not a producer. I'm not a rapper. Um I'm none of the things. I'm none of the things. However, do I do stuff just for fun sometimes? Just to see? Just to see if I could do it? Yay. Why not? Why not? Okay. So I'm working on a new song. Okay. It's this is the rough draft. Okay, it's probably just as rough as the song as the Streamer You song, because that was rough. But that was just me. I just recorded and put that out there. It wasn't like I took my time and like I made that maybe in like 15 minutes. Not gonna lie, I made that and cropped that together in like 15 minutes. So I know potentially if I take my time and do and put something out, I probably could. However, am I a rapper? Am I a musician? No, no. Am I just a creative? Yay, yay. Okay, so I said all that to say, don't really judge my song. You could judge it, but like don't judge it too. I'm sensitive about my shit. Psych, I don't care, y'all. It's not that deep for me because it's not that deep for me because I told y'all I'm not a music. I'm not a musician and I'm not a rapper. So okay, my rough draft. Castle down, I just can't stand in this bitch. Changing up his purpose, no more curfew. Code switch, cause I ain't ignorant. Nigga, ring, listening. Turn off the flowers, now. All you listening, appear like a bag of tricks. I'm a magician, I'm shooting for the stars. That's my aim. Call it take a trip. Money gotta go to flip. Second like a seagull trip. I just came around, I touched down. I ain't fumbling. Okay, so I'm still trying to work. I'm still trying to work on. I don't know nothing about none of this, okay? And trying to put this together gives me a new appreciation of people that are in the music industry, or a new appreciation for producers, because it is hard to like lay track like words over a beat, or like put them together and make sure it um gets placed correct, like all the things. It's a whole process, and I'm learning. Just like with content creation, at first I told you I started from doing just Google reviews, and then people be like, oh, you always talk about your Google reviews. I talk about them because that's where all of this started from. That's the reason why I even have, or even why I originally created a Twitch. However, I just like streaming now. And it was the original reason why I created a YouTube. But I just started just doing Google reviews. Like when people just put a review up there, then people started like reading it and noticing it, and I'm like, why are people? I just like to write stuff. And people, I'm like, why are people like actually reading this? And people are actually in tune, and people message me like, what are we going to where are we going next, what are we going to review next, and all of these things. So y'all might get sick of me talking about Google reviews and be like, wow, okay, whatever, Google reviews. However, I pride myself on that, or I am not pride myself on that, because I don't like pride is you shouldn't be prideful about anything, and I'm not prideful about it. But I celebrate the fact that I get people to read. This is an era of clip culture, 15-minute clips, 10-second reels, all of these things. This is the era of that. And I get people to stop and read what I have wrote and act upon, what I have wrote. Because I always say, your opinion is your opinion and my opinion is better. And people be like, Nobody cares about your opinion. There actually are people that care about my opinion because they go to these businesses um, and support these businesses based upon what they read in my reviews. That's why I really don't like doing bad reviews. But sometimes you have to do a bad review if you've had a bad experience. But I don't really like bad experiences. But people need to know about bad experiences sometimes. So I try to be very cautious about what I put out because I know that people are influenced by, the things that I do, and the things that I write and say. So, um, yeah, I said that because I was like this content stuff. So moving on from Google reviews because it's easy sometimes just to put out a Google review, or it actually has becoming a little bit more challenging because I know that people are going to view it. So I want to make sure that I put out something great for them to view. But I said all that to say, moving from that era into like actually creating content and trying to create content and put content out there, it's a lot of work. So Patcher, if you see a content creator or a streamer or any of these people, pat them on the back and be like, well, people do that already, but like sometimes you need that. You're doing a great job. We love what you're doing and all of these things because it takes a lot of work. It actually takes a lot of work and all of those things. Okay, so I'm working. So saying all that to say, me trying to piece these songs together is a lot. It's a lot because I'm inexperienced at this and I'm just trying to put it together. So the lyrics go 10 toes down. I just came to stand in this bitch, changing up these verses. No more curses. That's a code switch because I ain't ignorant. Neck and wrist glistening. Turn the ox up loud. Tell me now. Are you listening? Appear like a magic trick. Verses on magician shit. I'm shooting for the stars. Cock my aim. I ain't faking it. Money got a golden clip. I'm stacking like casino chips. I just came around. I touched down. I ain't fumbling. So I am trying to get that over my beats so that it just flows effortlessly. And it is getting a little complicated, but I'm working on things. So to summarize and to wrap things up, because we're getting things wrapped up and we are summarizing things in this moment, we have cleared the air. We've cleared the air on a lot of things. Y'all know what I'm working on at this moment, and yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much that. We had a time. We had a time today, didn't we? And we can have a time